Girl. Hello, I'm Kyra. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I like to make videos talking about planners, productivity, ways of getting things done better, ways of overcoming our own resistance and obstacles and whatever is going on in our heads, plus all of the bazillions of things coming in from the outside, making it so anyway. And planners. Did I say planners? Today is, I was gonna say an unboxing, but okay, it's like been unboxed in terms of I took it out of its box because it came in like an Amazon box, and that's not very fun. But I haven't actually opened it and looked at it, so I'm very excited because I've had this for like a week, but I was waiting for you guys to get here so that I could open it and we can open it together. So thank you for being here. I'm so excited. Didn't think I was gonna go for this. Well, I didn't really know about it actually. This is a 2024 Jibun Techo, I think I'm saying that right, Lite Mini. Being a mini, I believe is a B6 size. I will check that and put it on the screen. I don't know a lot about this brand, but obviously going down the whole Hobonichi rabbit hole has led me to a lot of knowledge about planners now, or a growing amount of knowledge about planners. Let's get into this Jibun Techo 2024 Lite Mini. OMG. First of all, I'm sorry I didn't polish my table for you. I don't know why there's a piece of tape on it, so let's just not take that personally. Log your life. I love the idea of log your life. Before we open it up real quick, I'm just gonna say why I got this. Because I live in the Hobonichi Weeks most of all. The volume of stuff that I like to write down in a day, I like to use this side for primarily habit tracking, but also to-dos and kind of like a little bit of just random things. But each day I like to note as much as possible because I find it helps me stay organized and on track and in like the mindset that I need to be in. I don't have a lot of structure the way I'm using the weeks lately to the day sections. I'm just need that space to write things down, like, you know, remember to go drop something off, or what I ate for breakfast, or whatever, like how I'm feeling, how I slept. Obviously this is nowhere near enough space to be able to do that all, so that led me to looking for a better weekly format. I'm sorry, I'm holding you back from looking at this. You know, if you watched my Hobonichi unboxing that I kind of said like, oh, maybe I'll get an A6 Han or something, because I still needed that like additional like sort of on the go daily, not just the logging and memory keeping daily, but like an on the go daily. And that's what led me to discover this Jibun Techo, because I believe that it has, why do I always sit on the floor when I do this? I promise in this new house I'll like figure out a better way. I believe that it has like a weekly overlay, but like a big. So let's open it up. I don't know why there's tape on it. Please tell me it's not used or something. It looks good. Oh, it feels nice. It looks good and it feels nice. Oh, log your life. When I looked at the, I don't even like pink, but this is such a nice pink. Do you see the texture? There's like some texture on here. What a good day. The reason I got this version is I believe that being the light version, there's just less of the fluff. You know how I kind of ended up? Well, you don't know because I still owe you an explanation. I had a hard time with Clever Fox because there's just like too many things to fill out. So this one is less. We begin with a nice yearly, what do we call this? A yearly format, a vertical yearly. A lot of people default to calling this a habit tracker because you can fill it, color in each square for a habit or whatever. I tend to use these to just have at a glance, like big things for the year. But because I'll have other yearlies, I think I might also use this one for like big picture habit tracking, but it's tricky because then you can only decide on 6 habits, okay? If you're gonna habit track Jibun Techo, 6 squares to fill in. The paper feels like a slightly less dreamy than Hobonichi, but my dream, as I'm saying dream. We have the 2024 calendar, the 2025 calendar. How the f are we getting into 2025 soon? My dream 2024, you can list out, you've got 9 sections here for your dream, like I guess your goals or something. Anyway, use that for what you like. My dream. list of, ooh, how fun. I wonder if this is 100 again, like Hobonichi. I don't know. You can put a list here of your favorite things for the year, or your most epic things for the year, or your workouts for the year, different coffee that you tried for the year, whatever, okay? The world is your oyster in these planners. Honestly, these types of planners, I can't even imagine where my life would be if I knew about these types of planners forever ago. I don't even want to say a time. Now I'm living in grief and regret for all the things I could have done if I would have known about good planners back in the day. I digress. Ooh, another list of what a good day. Okay, is this a whole book of list ofs? I appreciate you, Jibun Techo. Okay, we have 4, 5, 6 lists ofs. Okay, literally there's so many lists ofs in here that you could list of like whatever to your heart's content. List away. If you love listing, Jibun Techo Mini Lite, and probably the other versions. Then we are into our monthlies. Okay, this was a big, these are all real. Now I'm remembering all of the exciting reasons of why I wanted this planner. Whoo, I'm so excited. I can't wait to start using it. Okay, so first of all, I really appreciate that there is a bottom section that is dedicated to your tracking for the month, whether that be projects, habits, whatever you like to track. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a oneer. So you have 6 2-line sections, or you can split those into 1 line. Plus there's this other, like, I am not the person to be detailing this to you, but thank you for being here. I hope that you can give this a like if you like it, okay? Thank you. I'm just so excited about this planner. Anyway, you get what I mean. Lots of section here, and I also extremely love and appreciate how there is the to-do list also down the side. Okay, tell me this is not the best thing you have ever seen. We all do some form of mood tracking, and if we don't, we endeavor to mood track. Every day there is a happy, a neutral, and a frowny. You can color them in. You can color them in, or you can stamp them with your what are they called again? It's almost my bedtime. I don't have any brains left, okay? Tell me that is not the best thing ever. And then Saturday, Sunday, nicely shaded so that you know where you are. So this monthly starts in December. And we have all of our months nicely together, as well as this tab along the side. So like if you're flipping, you kind of have an idea of where you are. Also, each month has a little mini showing the previous month, the current month, next month. I saw someone else review this and they were like, why do they have the current month if that's the month you're in? Fair, but also I just like appreciate the threeness and the completeness of having them to get like, aesthetically it works, okay? Aesthetically it works, but fair point, but aesthetically. Ooh, how refreshing. This gives us monthlies all the way until March of the following year, which I hesitate to note that the following year that we're gonna be getting planners for is 2025. Is it just me, or like, it's really, I can't get my head around that it's 2025. What is happening? This is part of the reason I'm obsessed with planners and journaling and having the ability to write down what I do every minute of the day, because I just need to be better with my time and also experience the fact that I can't just have time just fly by. I can't just have like days where I'm not paying attention. With everything going on in the world, everything is so volatile and scary, and the time just keeps passing. We need to be more deliberate and meaningful and in control of and experiencing the minutes of our time. Because soon it's going to be 2025, and then what? Then what? This is where we get into the real juicy, the purpose, for me at least, of purchasing this planner, which is highly anticipated. These grid lines look small. I think these grids are smaller than Hobonichi. Can you manage? They're smaller than Hobonichi Weeks. I don't know if they're maybe like 3mm grid. I don't know, okay? You don't come here for technical details necessarily. You can go to Jet Pens. They have technical details, including the grid millimeters. Okay, jetpens.com will give you all your comparison details. Okay, I'm so excited because I'm seeing things on here that remind me of why I chose this and why I wanted it. But in the time of waiting for it to come and then waiting for you guys to come here and open it with me, I kind of forgot. Okay, so first of all, weather patterns. You have no idea the different things I've tried drawing to track the weather. I've never ordered stickers. I've looked at ordering stickers to track the weather, but I know myself and I know that like the tediousness of picking out the particular sticker and sticking it in the square every day is just not going to continue. Here, just like the smileys, which they also have on these pages as well, they have the weather at the top, so you can just quickly dot in Kiritaki Zig. That's what I was trying to say before. Zig, dot, zig, marker, whatever they are. There's a purpose for those markers now. You can dot them over the weather. You can dot them over your smiley. Tell me, the Jibun Techo Mini Lite, tell me this is not 99.99999% the greatest planner you've ever seen. Because obviously you know Hobonichi has my heart. But I don't know, it's going to be very interesting going through the next months and year of using these. So a very strict criteria that I had was I want my weeklies all together, okay? Because one of the reasons why Hobonichi Weeks works perfectly for me, I need to see at a glance what's going on in my week. I have a tendency to, well, first of all, I don't like flipping back and forth. Like when you're in your day and you're doing stuff, it's not practical. I know it sounds like I'm being silly, but truly it's not practical to have some of your days on one page and then have to flip. You need to be able to glance down, see what's happening. You're dealing with things, you're working with people, you got to know at a glance what's going on with your week. So for me, that was a major criteria that caused this planner. And the reason I note that is because I looked very closely at Take a Note planners, and they have their week split up over 2 spreads. And they looked like really good planners, and they looked really nice. Like I didn't see them in person, I just saw them online. For me, that's a deal breaker. Take a Note. I would love to try Take a Note, but to me, I know myself and I know I will double book myself. Just like everyone, I live in Google Calendar, but there's just something about, and I really think it's probably people who know science and brain things would probably back me up on this. There is something about feeling and seeing and being with a real piece of paper calendar, and specifically for me at least is the seeing the week at once. It keeps me in a feeling of control. We're all so busy right now and there's so much stuff flying around. It gives me such a sense of control and calm to be able to see my week at a glance 5,000 times a day, not on a screen, and know, okay, I know what's coming. I see what's here. I see where I have blanks. I see what I'm gonna do. I've set the expectations for myself. I know when I have things where I am in person and online, etc. You know what I mean. Love it, love it. There were other planners that I looked at. I was quite critical, unfortunately, that didn't have a 24-hour running time per day. Maybe you don't need that, but the ones that didn't, I don't remember specifically which ones I looked at that didn't. But the ones that didn't have 24 hours, they didn't even start early. They started at 8 or 9 or something in the morning. And I have like some neurodivergent stuff going on. I have the most productive and effective day if I can go through the exercise of visualizing and writing down and planning and living through what I'm gonna do constantly all day. So I do have the sense of a need to write down when I'm sleeping, when I'm waking up, when I'm doing a little workout, when I'm going outside, on and on. Furthermore, what about people who don't work conventional hours? What about that, planner company creators? So we have, and very practical, they have compressed 1 to 6 in the morning because we're not gonna have, other than those of you on the other schedule, we're not gonna have that many meetings during that time. I just really, something about the layout of this planner, I trust that it's gonna give me the space that I am not seeing in my Hobonichi Weeks when I'm living it in a day. I wanna be able to not like clutter up this space the way that I tend to. I wanna show you my one that I'm on, but then I don't know what I wrote in here. It's weird, I just need the ability to be able to ad hoc write things down. And the way this is laid out is that it should be more meaningful than that, because otherwise it gets too cluttered. I'm trying to decide about how I'm going to track daily habits. I usually use this side of Hobonichi Weeks for habit tracking. And if you guys use Hobonichi Weeks, there is a fatal flaw. Fatal flaw. But we all love the brand so much that we let it slide. So the invisible line, right? The way that I track my habit, okay, I can show you this one probably. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they don't give you 7, they give you 6. So I have to do weekend, which in a way works because Saturday, Sunday, it kind of goes together. Who cares if I don't take my vitamins on one of them? It's really tricky. I feel like Hobonichi, no offense, you guys, I don't want you to redesign anything or everything, but like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you know? So this to me is a very good format of tracking. And it's not even that they have to be habits. It's just I need to remember to take my vitamins, okay? The fact that I have gratitude and good sleep, it's not because necessarily I want to track it, but it reminds me that it's important. It just keeps me on schedule generally. So I don't know if or how I will do that in here. Stay tuned. Time will tell. I am so impressed. Jibun Techo Mini Lite 2024. I'm so excited. I'm really impressed. I was hesitant when I saw this because I don't know, like, do you need to have this blue shading and red, pink shading, like that shaded? I feel like it's the pigment is a little too pigmented for me. If I'm being honest, a little too pigmented for me, but I don't get to be that picky. Top 3 to-dos at the top, kind of like what we have in our larger size Hobonichis. Whole bunch of to-dos on the side. I love it. I love it. And I like the idea. I know I now seem like a crazy person because I have a couple of different planners that are going to be on the go. But I like the idea of a level of separation between more memory keeping and journaling, which is the cousin or the Avec, and more messy day-to-day functional, which is my weeks. And which I think now this is going to be the messiest day-to-day functional, and my weeks will be more organized. It needs to be more organized. This is gonna be the one where I don't care if I just quickly write something in and it doesn't look pretty. You guys know that I'm working on my writing for you though, eh? You give me a like, you know I'm working on my writing for you. I'm really pumped for the ability to live inside it's almost like a daily and a weekly at the same time. I know it's gonna help me with my need to better manage my time is what it all comes down to. Ooh, hello. Oh, cute. Why is this Monday shaded? That must be some kind of holiday. I know that I have a Lamy Safari here with Ferris wheel press. Forget what it's called, ink. And I could do a little thing in here that's not going to be used or seen in 2024 to test out the paper, but I don't know. I think you guys are going to have to buy me dinner first, honestly, if you want to see something that's special and magical. Yeah. Okay, we have some blank grid pages. I either didn't know or didn't remember that that's something that's in here. Ooh, and there's a lot of them, because sometimes you just need to make a list. You just need to ad hoc make a list. I have that in the weeks too, or try and figure something out of nowhere. You need your blank pages, so it's nice to have a bunch of them, but not so much that you get all bulky, okay? That's for your weeks mega people. You can get all bulky, but for the rest of us, just kind of, you know, keep it to a few. At the end, oh, how nice. I'm so excited. Looking back on 2024, this is something I really loved about this planner, or I assumed I would love based on the specifications, and I now love seeing it in real life. They have this is why it's the light version. They are minimal on all of the, I don't want to call it fluffy, that's disrespectful and that's wrong, but I just get overwhelmed when there's a lot of sections. I appreciate that this one has just a few sections of this kind of, you know, big picture planning, reflecting. I love it. So you have a looking back, you got 2 for, this is all the months, so you have 2 for the year. Are there more? It's not like the lists at the beginning where you get 8,000 opportunities to list. So you get 2 looking backs at 2024. Write on it what you like. Write on it what you like. Oh, and they're so considerate. And there's a little general section at the bottom. I am so impressed. I am so thrilled. What is this? We'll find out. I'm so thrilled that I picked this up. Very, very well done. Materials feel good. It's really good. I think this will be as good as any Hobonichi that we are all addicted to. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, I'm so Thank you so much for joining me. Give it a like if you like it. You are more than welcome to subscribe to my channel while I figure out of getting my life together by way of obsessively using planners and making videos about it. I really appreciate you being here and subscribing to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye! It's so pretty. Yeah, one of my things is makeup less than 10 minutes because I'm just, the time is passing and I need to spend it more wisely. iPhone screen time less than 2 hours. Never in my life have I checked that off, but the dots are there for when I'm ready.